to the district where the weather is making for a slow commute. We saw the slush on the way in this morning, a lot of sleet mixed in, but it's starting to accumulate.
It was kind of dangerous, I thought, coming in this morning, even on Wisconsin Avenue, which is typically plowed here in the district and one of the first streets they treat. Marquette Shepherd's out there right now. So Marquette, what are the conditions like right now?
Well, they just cleared the sidewalks and salted, so it's looking good in DuPont Circle. I'm actually with DuPont's ANC commissioner, who was just elected last Wednesday in a special election, sworn in Thursday, but he's getting to work early this morning. Nick Deladone, what are you seeing out here in the streets of your neighborhood?
Marquette, this is rain and sleet. The snow isn't here right now. There's a lot of slush. You want to be careful if you're walking, because it's easy to slip. And I was hoping that we would have a snowball fight on DuPont Circle later.
I know that's an annual tradition.
Right, it's going to be icy.
Well, people need to be careful. I know DuPont is known for lots of vibrant young people, but lots of seniors as well. Is there a way that the neighbors can help each other?
There is, and there is a wonderful program where the young people can volunteer to shovel snow for some of the older people, and they both register with the D.C. government. It's servedc.gov. Look it up.
Servedc.gov. Nick Deladone, thank you so much. He's getting up bright and early, jump-starting his career as the brand new ANC commissioner in DuPont Circle. The word on the street is just be safe. They just salted the sidewalks. It's a little slushy, so it is dangerous, but it's not as bad as some of the other areas in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Back to you guys in the studio.
Little shout out with the horn there. Thanks, Marquette.
There's plenty of rain out there. We've been seeing it all over the area. Marquette Shepherd right now is live for us in DuPont Circle to give us an area of what it looks like here in Northwest Washington. Marquette, tell us about the conditions there.
Well, Jan, I am standing on a street, a residential street, where there's lots of confusion and frustration when it comes to snowy days and parking. Let me tell you why. Take a look at this sign here. It says no parking Tuesday, 7 a.m., March 1st. This just happens to be the first Tuesday in March that it's snowing. So come 6:59, the owners of these cars will have to move their cars. Luckily, there is no snow emergency, but if you take a look across the street, if there were a snow emergency, there's no parking on that side of the street. So in just a few hours, all of the residents will have to get on the roads, whether they like it or not, to at least move their cars from this side of the street. Now, where will they go? Is there going to be enough space in the neighborhood for them to park? Nobody knows, but what we do know is that there will be cars on the roads for simply looking for legal places to park. I spoke to DC officials just a few minutes ago, and they said if you're not sure if you're going to be ticketed or if you should move, call 311 and stay tuned to the news. That's the best way to get the up-to-the-minute information that you need, because we know that those tickets can get expensive.
Which, when we saw Marquette Shepherd earlier in DuPont Circle, she was showing us all the many cars that were parked there along those areas, which really need to be moved in about 20 minutes. They have until 7 o'clock to move their cars. How's it looking right now? And do you have any updates on what city officials are going to do for those people who, might not be able to get their cars out because of the conditions?
Yeah, Jan, I do have an update as I'm out here being a service to the community. I'm actually shoveling off someone's car. They didn't want to be on TV, but they would allow me to shovel their car. The update is the Department of Public Works says that they are not issuing tickets for the people parked on this side of the street for street sweeping today. They're off the hook. I do have a gentleman who's on his way to work. Come on over here, sir. You decided to walk to work. We're live on TV right now. You decided to walk to work. I'm talking to the mic here because you think it's safer than driving?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any slippery, almost near falls out there?
No, I got my Timbs on, so I'm all right.
Okay, he has his Timberlands on, and as you can see, Jan, I have Uggs, so you'll appreciate this. I wrapped my Uggs in some grocery store bags to protect them. And I knew that you would appreciate this because I am still fashion conscious, even though I'm out in the field. Thank you, sir. Don't be late to work. Be safe.
Definitely, stay safe.
And Mike, I have something for you, too, because I know you're a Boy Scout dad. If the viewers at home, they don't have one of these nifty brushes with an ice scraper attached to it, I checked with some car experts, and a good old-fashioned broom will do just fine, especially if you want that reach to get the snow off the top of your car, which will make it safer for everyone who does have to get on the road roads today. So maybe your sons can do that. Mike, as Jan, you get your kids to cover up all your nice shoes. Head back out in the snow.
Now, one of the
That's
other,
an idea.
That's a great idea, Marquette. I have one of those brooms in the back of my car because for an SUV, you have to get up a little higher to do that.
Yeah.
One of the other things, too, Boy Scouts, again, I'm a scout leader.
Yeah.
One of the things you do is you go and find the fire hydrants in your community. Boy Scouts go out and do that. Clear around the fire hydrants just in case there's a fire. You do not want firefighters having to work to find the water source. So
that's a great idea.
That's one of the things we do every snowstorm with the Scouts. So
Marquette?
just want to send that out there.
We're leaving that up to you. Go find those.
Yes, I'm
go
still
find
here.
those fire hydrants. You're doing such a great job helping everybody out there.
I
on that
will,
street.
and hopefully they'll be by a donut shop.
And you look spectacular. Well done with the
I'm
fashion.
doing my best out here.
All right, love it.
Also in D.C. is Marquette. Marquette Shepard is live in DuPont Circle. She did a little parking demonstration for us, told us about her Uggs, and now she has
She found
some
a donut
breakfast.
shop. What you said you were going to do, and you found it.
I do have a donut because, right, well, you know, if you have to be out and you're near a donut shop like I am in DuPont Circle, then you got to get a donut and warm up your insides, right? It's all about feeling warm and fuzzy because it ain't warm out here. Speaking of which, if you can see the temperature behind me, we've been watching this all morning long. It's toggling between 29 and 30 degrees. It's going down every now and then. It's not going up. So we're monitoring that. It's getting a little more windy here in DuPont, and we're seeing some commuters actually stop despite all the snow delays and get donuts and just kind of warm up after a long bus or metro commute. DC government is open 2 hours late today. DC water is closed altogether. So the streets are really clear, and it's only, I'm guessing, essential personnel who are making the trek into the office today. If you just look right here, I'll end it on the DuPont Circle. Nice and empty, but every year people like to congregate here and have a big snowball fight once conditions are clear and it's a little safer. So we'll hang out here for another hour or two, and I can't make any promises, but I do make a mean snowball, and I may be able to display those talents coming up later in the show. Mike
Bring
and Jan,
donuts back
what
as
do you
well.
think?
Yeah, I just want a donut. I just want some Krispy Kreme. Uh-oh, look
I'll
at
work
that.
on it.
All right, thanks a lot, Marquette.
And we're seeing some of the effects of transportation right now, even in D.C. We want to go to Marquette Shepard, who is live on Connecticut Avenue, just north of DuPont. And Marquette, I understand right now we have a couple of stalled buses.
Absolutely. We have one stalled bus on the corner of R and Connecticut Avenue Northwest. It has been emptied out. The driver is still on the bus right now. Just a few seconds ago, we saw this wheel spinning in place. It's not going anywhere. It's completely stuck. If you just look up towards the tree, you can see the bus is actually leaning over towards the sidewalk. I'm actually going to step away. Doesn't feel very safe. Pressing against the tree branches here. This front wheel here, if you can see, it has been turning left and right to no avail. This bus isn't going anywhere. The bus, the number 42 bus to Gallery Place, in front of it is actually the relief bus. This is the one that came to relieve all of the passengers who were stuck on this one. So it looks like they'll be here for a while. I'm standing with a spokesperson from Fire and EMS, Vito Maggiolo. Tell me about the safety concerns. We just heard a siren a few seconds ago. Many people are calling with the same problem, not buses, but personal vehicles.
Well, obviously, people on the street need to be very careful. Slippery conditions. We don't want road accidents. We don't want to have to meet you by accident, so to speak. Also, I just want to remind everybody, this Sunday we all moved our clocks forward, and at the time that you move your clocks forward, you should always change the batteries in your smoke detector and check your smoke detector, test it. And if it's over 10 years old, get a new one, because no matter what the season, smoke detectors are lifesavers in the fires. Fires happen all seasons, all times of the day and night. Smoke detectors are the key to survival.
When we first started out this morning, we spoke to an ANC commissioner who talked about the seniors in this neighborhood and the young people coming to check on them. So when they change their clocks, check your batteries. As the spokesperson says here, it's very important this time of year because people aren't going out as much as well, right?
Exactly. You know, they're locked up in their homes. You know, they're trying to stay warm. Another thing that we are concerned with in this weather is carbon monoxide. We have a higher incident in the wintertime of carbon monoxide poisonings with the furnaces, the heating devices. If they don't work properly, they produce carbon monoxide. That is a colorless, odorless killer. And we urge people to also have, in addition to smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors in their homes.
Thank you for that good information. Anything else you want to add to help people stay safe out here? It's very slippery. It feels like it's getting colder, and there still seems to be some precipitation.
Well, the best advice is if you don't have to go out, don't go out. Stay home, stay warm, and stay safe.
Vito from DC's Fire and EMS Department, thank you very much. I want to give you one last look at this bus. As he just said, if you don't have to go out, stay home, because the passengers on this bus actually ended up having to walk the rest of their routes. Some have boarded the relief bus, but many people are out in the cold, stranded this morning. So just a reminder to stay safe out there, and we'll give you an update once we have one on this bus, who they're trying to get out of the slushy road right now. Mike and Jan, back to you in the studio.
Fortunately, the bus is big. It's probably not much in the way of any injuries. It would just sort of hit the tree. So that looks like everybody's safe, right, Marquette?
No injuries as of right now that are apparent. There are some sirens. I don't know if you can hear them. There's an ambulance right here. People tend to call the fire department more often during inclement weather, but all of the sirens that we've been hearing aren't related to this incident here. So that's good news as of now. The most important thing is stay safe. Keep watching the news if you're watching at home. Call 311 if you're in D.C. for further updates from the city.
Okay, Marquette Shepard live for us from Northwest D.C. Thank you so much.